Hi everyone, I'm Sukriti.
I'm Om.
I'm Arpit.
And welcome to the first episode of No Punditry. And on this podcast, we'll be discussing all things sports, particularly football, cricket, and Formula One. And in this first episode, we'll be starting off with discussing the quarterfinals of the FIFA World Cup.
तो गाइस तो आप लोगों ने मैच देखे सारे कैसा लगा आपको क्वार्टर फाइनल्स के सारे मैचेस
Honestly, the World Cup is cooking. It is way more fun than any other World Cup I've watched. There have been some controversial opinions people have had, controversial decisions by the referees, but all in all, the World Cup is giving. I think let's start with the first match, Spain versus Belgium, where Spain were heavy favorites going into the match. Though it was a pretty tight game, the score was 2-1. Spain eventually came out on top. What are your thoughts on that game?
I think firstly Spain देखो I think was favorites from starting of the game. Yes, they were gonna qualify. They were one of the favorites to win the World Cup. But I think the way Belgium scored and Spain, this is the first goal that Spain considered in the World Cup, by the way, guys. So the way they scored was also very nice, and it was very unfortunate. I think Courtois की injury was quite a factor, significant factor for Belgium's not being able to stop that because Lamens बाद में उसने एक mistake ही करी है उसकी वजह से वो goal हो गया है. But I think Courtois is experienced enough to not make that mistake. But still, Spain was a better team and they scored. So yeah, how about you?
Well, I feel the same with Courtois' injury. Like the Lemenska, I think he did make a mistake, and that is what sort of did cause Belgium. I mean, we can't say for certainty that if Courtois was there, they'd have won it, but I think if he was there, it could have maybe gone into like pens or something or like extra time.
But भाई सबसे ज्यादा दुख होता है भयंकर मरीनो हर वक्त मरीनो क्यों क्लच कर रहा है
नहीं,
स्पेन
I think that was a pretty decent substitution for him because I think abhi tak Spain have been way too much reliant on Yamal to produce for
Yeah.
their attacking whatever outlet. Their idea is to give him the ball, he'll create magic out of nowhere, and maybe they score. And I think teams have figured that out. Ki you can lock down Yamal, and Yamal has not been having his best form, the best World Cup so far. So I think the substitutions were pretty spot on. Getting Marino on, then using him to play between the half spaces, and that's where they got the goal from. They widened the pitch, they created left side पे थोड़ा बीच में half space. Defenders rushed in to tackle, and and there was space, and then they finished it. And they got a goal. But going forward, now that they face France, I think it's going to be hard if your only outlet is to rely on Yamal because
Exactly.
France have crazy three up front. They have Mbappe, they have Dembele, they have Doué, they
Olise.
have Olise. They have too many people, and France particularly play well against a low block to mid block team because they have people who have the skills to just play in those tight spaces. Especially Olise with how he's been playing in this World Cup, and Mbappe, like we've seen in the Morocco game, where he just randomly scored a banger out of nowhere. So
Totally
if
agree,
the if
yeah.
you give them so much space, France will probably cook you, and which is what I'm expecting France to win. What do you guys think? You guys think
And
it'll be does Spain have a chance, or is France going to take it away?
yeah, go ahead, Suku.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always some chance, but I think like France has the higher possibility. And they have a lot of players who are really good. Like, even if they like bring in substitutes, they're going to be like way better and way more impactful. Because I feel half of the Spain squad has not been super impactful this far. Like, if you talk about like Pedri, Yamal, like they have not been living up to like the expectation that people had from them when the World Cup started.
Yeah, I
think
think
I think France Spain will be one of the match to watch, obviously, because
Exactly. It
these
will
are
be
the
close for
top
sure.
two favorite teams. And if you guys know कि last दो बार जब भी फ्रांस बाहर हुई है नॉकआउट्स में
It's
उनको
been
स्पेन
Spain.
नहीं करा है लास्ट ईयर नेशंस लीग में भी व्हाट अ गेम इफ यू गाइस रिमेंबर दे वर लाइक
Mhm.
5-1 एंड देन एकदम लास्ट के 3-4 मिनट में फ्रांस ने 3-4 गोल जड़ दिए एंड देन एकदम 5-4 हो गया था हमें लगा था फ्रांस कम बैक कर पाएगी बट अगेन स्पेन हेल्ड देम ऑफ परफेक्टली सो it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a goal scoring fest. It's not going to be a 1-1. I think it's going to be like more than 3-4 goals combined.
Exactly. Like a 3-2,
Both
3
because
outcome.
both teams have players that can create chances, that can score goals, that can destroy opponents at the end at any given day. So
And
I
it's
think it will be a crazy match.
exactly, and it's
yeah,
super high stakes
I
for both of
don't
them.
think it'll be that high scoring. I have a feeling it's going to be a very low scoring game, either like 0-0 or 1-0, or at max, I think it'll be a 2-1 tie. I don't think it'll be a high scoring because I think the only way Spain have a chance is if they try and play on transition. But France wouldn't do that because even against Morocco, they themselves were not pressing so much. They were sitting around, say, creating, like taking hold of the midfield. And I think with Spain, considering Spain's midfield is on paper better than France's midfield, like everyone expects Pedri like to perform at some time in this World Cup, and I think this is his time. They have Danny Olmo, So, and they have Rodri. So I'm expecting there to be like, midfield battle between France and Spain to be on top. So I think it'll be a low scoring game, but you don't know, like Yamal is going to be on the pitch, Mbappe, Olise, they might just score bangers, how we saw in the Champions League between Bayern and like it
Exactly.
could
Yeah,
also be
yeah.
a 5-5 type game, but I expect it to be a pretty low scoring game.
But I can't wait for Pedri's fidget spinning moves again, जो
Yeah,
पूरे वर्ल्ड कप में करते रहे. Insane
exactly.
fidget spinner है.
Yeah.
And one thing I have to give, I guess, France का midfielder है, Kone.
Kone,
I think
yeah,
he's
yeah.
very underrated. I think he has
Yeah,
performed
he's
really well, super well according to like I think he's starting over Chouameni, and Chouameni has been a very integral part of this France team.
Mhm.
But I think the way वो खेल रहा है, build up करता है, उसके shots भी भाई कभी-कभार बहुत powerful होते हैं. And I think he
yeah,
deserves credit.
for sure, for sure.
Sure.
I
Oh,
think let's
let's
move
move
on
on
to
to next
the
game.
next
Next
game,
match,
which was I
France.
think
Let's
England versus Norway.
It
England
was
versus
France Morocco, right? The
Norway.
second one.
Yeah, like well,
France
we can
Morocco
discuss and
हमने
we
तो
can
discuss कर
discuss.
लिया ना.
Yeah, we did
We can
discuss it.
do
By
England.
the
England
way,
Norway.
हाँ,
What are
Well,
your
England.
thoughts? Like before we go into the match, I want to know your thoughts on the statements made by Jude and their manager Thomas Tuchel. Was it
like
a bit
after the game.
unnecessary from yeah, was it a bit unnecessary for Jude to like question like not question, but yeah, like he kind of did question whatever the manager said.
Questioned it. I think the manager said that, right? That they were like they didn't play up to their
Sloppy.
full potential. They were a bit sloppy. And then obviously, like Jude, I'm pretty sure had not interacted with the manager. And then the reporter told him that like the manager felt blah blah way. So I mean, it's not like Jude said much. He just said like, yeah, whatever. Like we did our best. But the thing is, he kind
No,
of
but like
like
I don't think you got like. Of course, you are their best player. You are the reason they are in the semi-final. The manager knows it. The world now knows it. I don't think it was too necessary for him to be like, yeah, the manager didn't play under the heat. We played. We tried. Like sometimes you get by bad result. Like I think he was just because I think the manager like from whatever I understand from Tuchel's statement that he was just trying to be like that manager who wants the team to do better, and he saw the team wasn't playing well. Like
yeah,
honestly, the game Norway were the superior, like the far better team. Had it not
exactly.
been for Jude's clutchness, like we probably would have had Norway versus Argentina going into the
Clutching
semifinals.
them.
So
Clutching them.
generally, you do expect managers to be hard post game. All managers
Mm-hmm.
have done it to their team, but I think, yeah, like maybe in the
He
heat of the moment, he did
has
say it.
been sort of notorious for like having a slightly big ego. Like it's not something super new. Like if you guys remember, even in the Euros, he did the who else celebration when he scored the bicycle kick against Slovenia, and he got like so much flack for it. The English media was so on his case. A lot of players were as well. And I think it's just sort of like how he is. Like maybe like he was also like, in the heat of the game and everything. And obviously both the matches have been like very, very like he's been running all over. So I think it was like maybe in the heat. And I also do think that the reporter sort of like mix up like the words. Like it was not exactly what Tuchel said, and it wasn't really directed towards Jude. It was meant for like the team as
The
like
team in general, yeah.
yeah. So like if you like say it to him, so like I don't know, and like I don't think like it's just a matter of like how people sort of say. So it's like okay, but I do think but phrase it better for sure. Like
For
it made
पर
for
him
मुझे
come
sure.
जूड का
across
पर मुझे
a
जूड का
little
रिप्लाई
bit
बहुत अच्छा लगा था. उसका रिप्लाई वाज लाइक व्हाटएवर.
yeah, well, whatever. Like
Yeah, yeah. Moving on. What are your thoughts on the game? Considering I think it was
Oh,
probably
I think
yeah,
I
I
think let me start with this. I think firstly Bellingham again amazing midfielder. मतलब वो बंदा golden boot पे race कर रहा है while being a midfielder. I think that's a statement itself. उनका कीपर जो था सबसे पहले Norway का Ireland. I think the way he performed against Brazil, he could not do the same against England, which was I think surprising to me considering Brazil पे बहुत ज़्यादा attacking chances than England had. England only had like कम chances थे बहुत goal scoring. Brazil like Vinny cooked. Vinny was cooking the whole game उसमें तो. But जो upset है वो सॉर्लॉथ का वो पता नहीं क्यों सोलो हीरो बनना चाह रहा था अपने ही chose basically solo glory over a World Cup and that basically costed him. And I think Khabib Haaland ka reaction was like, bro, what are you doing? Just pass the
yeah,
ball. I was empty.
yeah. That was an open chance. John Stones was nowhere to be seen. And I think that's been the story for John Stones in that match. Haaland was was just playing on the transition, and the back line was completely broken. There was like so much space for Haaland to
exactly.
utilize, and only if Norway had capitalized on that one big chance, we could have had a different result completely.
Definitely.
That was one takeaway, I think. But yeah, I think also Kane didn't have one of his
Yeah, it was
brightest
not the
moments in the
best.
world in this game. Is in this game. But like he's had a long season. Like you can give him slack for one game. He's been pretty crucial for them. I think he'll be back in the
The
semifinal,
next game against
firing
Argentina.
at India.
एक और था साका भी काफी like after subbing on he was creating a lot of chances, so
Yeah.
साका का अच्छा positive दिखा.
I think he
Yeah,
improved a lot in this match compared to a lot of the and I
Hmm.
like obviously I don't think like in the previous games like Saka I think is way better to start over Madueke. Like it's just I don't
I
think
don't know, but thing is वो अभी injury से
yeah,
वापस आया, तो I think that's why
yeah,
Tuchel doesn't want to risk him for. I
possibly.
think he might start him against Argentina. You never
Yeah.
know.
But yeah, I mean
बाकी देखते हैं.
Jude has been crazy. Like obviously the equalizer which he scored, like it was sort of funny. Like Shadsarup, like I'm probably like fumbling the pronunciation. He did Jude's celebration when he scored the goal, and then just
yeah,
minutes later, the guy
yeah.
from scored the first goal, like for Norway. Scored
Okay.
it. Yeah,
It was
and he did
it was just like he
celebration.
did the celebration and she was like, "Now the final say is going to be
I'm like,
mine."
I'm gonna show you who the real boss is.
Yeah,
सही है.
Yeah, and then
Okay, let's move on
obviously,
to the next game.
yes,
which is going to be like we can just discuss the semifinal because England we just discussed England versus Argentina. Your
yeah.
thoughts on that
Oh yeah.
game?
Go ahead.
I
Start.
think Om
You
should
guys start.
maybe
Okay, I'll start.
hit this.
I think England, Argentina, I just let us start. It's basically 50-50. It's like 51 to England, 49% to Argentina. So it's basically equal because Argentina is still number one ranked in the world.
Yeah,
बट देखो कुछ भी कहो बाद में कुछ बोलूंगा विवाद हो जाएगा सब हो जाएगा बट मैं बोल देता हूँ जब भी को हराना जरूरी नॉट बिकॉज लुक आई एम अ रोनाल्डो फैन बट दैट डजंट मीन आई डू नॉट एक्नॉलेज मेसी आई थिंक इज आल्सो द गोल जो दिखा है अर्जेंटीना इजिप्ट में अर्जेंटीना स्विट्जरलैंड में रेड कार्ड्स मिले लास्ट ईयर वर्ल्ड कप यू गाइस रिमेंबर नेदरलैंड्स वाला जो हिस्सा हुआ था मतलब यू कैन सी फीफा prefer Messi. They want him to reach the final because वो अब MLS में भी खेलता है तो you know they need that views and all. But ठीक है. I still think that game will be one hell of a game. I think वो game काफी close रहेगा because it'll be very tight because दोनों team is struggling to score
exactly. Like
and like struggling to score like how France and Spain are doing. They're very much struggling. So I think वो close game रहेगा. But में Harry Kane का मैं master class दिख सकता है because Harry Kane is going to be dominant because इनका जो defense है Licha and Romero. I don't think they're good enough to tackle both Bellingham and Kane. So they will come in and they will step in. But सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट के विंगर्स भी रहेंगे अब हाउ डज गॉर्डन एंड साका माडुएके एजे ये सब कैसे अपने आप को लेके आते हैं कैसे परफॉर्म करते हैं बट आई थिंक देखते हैं opinion and let's see what happens what were you guys
I
England
think
as
I
well, I don't think has a very strong like, defense. So like I think it's a very like similar case on like both cases in terms of that area.
For me, I
And
think one
yeah,
player who's going to be massively important for England, like Jude and Kane, of course, because they'll be the scoring outlet. But in midfield, one player that I really want to watch how he performs is going to be Declan Rice if he's fit enough to play.
yeah,
He's been struggling thoda sa with his fitness. And if
exactly.
he is playing him against covering the spaces that are left behind, because Messi will be trying to play will be trying to play in that those half spaces left behind by the midfielders and the defenders. And if Rice doesn't push up the field, needs that half foot of a space to take that curling shot beyond the far post. And with the form Alvarez is in, and even Molina, how he's playing, if you give them so much space, and how and right now, I think even though we are all Madrid fans, Argentina has that Madridista energy going. I don't know kya hai, ki where they somehow in the most chaotic situations they
Yeah,
go through. Like they'll
exactly.
find some randomest event to happen, and then that will lead them to
miracles
winning the game. And अगर वो हुआ against England again, then I don't think like England can afford to make mistakes.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
have to be pretty tight at the back, I think,
they have to be clinical yeah
not
they have to be
not
clinical
not give space. Even if you like if you try and foul over there and Messi gets a free kick, we all know that he can score those from that around the box.
definitely
So you can't even be careless and be like, oh my foul, I'll take a yellow card because you never know the free kick might just get converted and you're 1-0 down or you're just like
definitely
losing the game because of a silly challenge. So वहाँ पे I think it'll be a tough tussle between both of them.
also guys if you guys like our content please like follow share subscribe or button ठोको please yeah, and then please if you guys have any comments and anything we should improve on please let us know also we are very much acceptable to positive negative any criticism
Yeah.
yep,
Do you guys have anything else to say
and
about this match?
मैं बस यही बोलना चाहता हूँ कि देखो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे मेसी मेसी है
exactly.
पिच पे बेस्ट प्लेयर वही रहे इंग्लैंड अर्जेंटीना में बेस्ट प्लेयर वही है
Of course.
और दुनिया का ग्रेटेस्ट प्ले मेकर है रहेगा। बट अब वही, अगर तुम जो अर्पित ने कहा कि अगर तुम उसे जरा सा भी चांस दोगे वो फाड़ देगा, वो डिफेंस फाड़ के चला जाएगा। ही स्टिल हैज द कैपेबिलिटीज इन हिम।
Yeah,
So they just need to be very clear about what the defense is, I think. And you're right, Declan Rice will be very important for
We can hope that he's fit enough because he has some
yeah,
real stuff going on. So it's not even like a more of like a muscle sort of stuff. It's like a very weird
yeah.
injury.
Because
But
I
with
don't,
yeah,
because
go
I
ahead.
don't think if Rice is not playing, I don't think Belling will have so much freedom going
Yeah, yeah,
he needs to
upwards.
defend.
Because
Yeah, he
then
needs to
he'll have
defend.
to,
he'll have
like,
to
help the
fall
team out
back.
more. Because
Exactly.
their wingers, both Madueke and Saka, and if it's Rashford playing or if it's Gordon
Gordon.
playing, they are not that like of course they'll have to contribute defensively and they can't just stay upwards, but they don't have what Jude provides defensive tackles may helping
Exactly.
the midfield and then transitioning the play. वहाँ पे I think you'll you and now that they have other injuries also in the squad, like I think Reece James is not 100% fit yet. Like he's also struggling. I think Henderson, who also got injured because of his wrist.
एंडरसन का
So
बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट
That
था।
was just
yeah, I think they need Rice to maybe play at least some minutes, if not all of them.
बट तुम लोगों का वो क्या लगता है फाइनल में, मतलब व्हाट्स द फाइनल दैट यू गाइस वांट टू सी?
so I was gonna think about
रिपीट
that as well.
और
For me, I want it to be England versus France because obviously, like we support
then
Madrid.
who will you
Yeah,
support? Who will
I,
you support?
I'm supporting.
Both Madrid players.
I think I'm gonna go with like England. Like France has one, like England
Jude.
hasn't won for a while. Like it's for Jude, just for Jude. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I was mostly supporting Portugal.
but
It's like
yeah, I
more
honestly think
England than France, but
it
like
is
I'm
going to be England. I think it's going to be England. I think so.
like I really
But
like
I
the way they
think
played, but I'm sure if they don't make it, then France for sure.
but
And I
I
think
think
Argentina is
फ्रांस
pretty bad as
अर्जेंटीना, अगर फ्रांस अर्जेंटीना रिपीट होता है मजा आ जाएगा भाई। आई थिंक इस बार एम्बापे बदला लेगा।
There is a possibility. I don't think Mbappe is going to be the only one who's going to be wanting revenge. वो
well.
पूरा
Exactly.
हाँ
trio, उनका midfield.
ब्रो,
I think it's gonna
भाई
be like
जिस
a
फॉर्म में
very
अभी डेम्बेले
exciting
भी चल रहा
match.
है। लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप करंट जो फ्रांस की टीम है बहुत डिफरेंस भाई, डेम्बेले फॉर प्राइम में है,
No, no, I'm
लाइक
just saying कि
ओलीजे,
अगर
डोए।
that team was able to score and like almost win the World Cup back to back,
And this
this
one,
team is, if not equally dangerous, this team is much more dangerous going forward
मच
and
sorry.
मोर या
defensively. I don't think France technically has a very weak link. Like if I had to be pick and choosy, the only weak link I think they have is the goalkeeper position. Because like other positions, they have like the best players in the world right now. If you look at the top five Ballon d'Or nominees, three of
डेफिनेटली
them are
यार।
in the France squad.
अरे भाई
So
जिसका बेंच में चेयर की
Exactly.
बारकोला ऐसे लोग हो तो भाई क्या करेगा वो इंसान।
so that's
चुआ मैंने खेलता ही नहीं। तो गाइस यही थे हमारे नो पंडित ओपिनियंस।
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, and please fill the comment section.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. We'll be back super soon with the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.